What up, y'all? This six. Um, I came to make this video for one of the people on my page that asked me about this situation. They wanted me to talk about it. I wasn't really gonna talk about it. I'll tell you why. But the fact that somebody asked me that, I don't have a big page, a big channel, but the people that are there, I appreciate. I really do. Like, you have no idea how much. And if somebody, even if it's one person, wants me to talk about something, then so be it. The reason I didn't tackle these subjects is if you look at my channel, you see a bunch of different stuff on it, but you'll see it's been around for a minute. I never really put stuff out to try to earn money and stuff like that. So I don't put out consistent stuff like other channels. I might start, depending on how much, feedback I receive and stuff like that. But I got a real life just like the rest of y'all. The reason I didn't speak on this is because I lose days off my life speaking about this kind of stuff because it make me so mad. I wrote a couple talking points that I don't want to forget. So excuse me if I stop for a second to look at this book. But I want to speak about Robert Brooks and Jordan Neely. Yeah, that's his name, Jordan Neely. I was sure about Robert Brooks, but not Jordan Neely. Both of these situations are some bullshit. So let me start. But they are connected in a sense of we as a people got to start realizing something. And this is some of the stuff that used to drive me crazy when I was a younger man. I used to look at certain things that would happen, like the police would kill somebody, shoot them up all crazy, and you would see all this stuff come on the news, and you would see all these people talk about things that they've talked about before. They talked about them when the last person, before that person that got shot, they did that same shit on the news. And after a while, what you start seeing is that this system is not broken. Like, people always claim that this whole system's broken. It's not. It's a very well-oiled machine, and it's doing exactly what they want it to do. I want people to understand that. I believe there are a lot of black people that just honestly believe that shit is not as diabolical as it really is. And I know that for a fact because I was one of those people at one point. But this was in my 20s. I figured this shit out early. When you see certain stuff happen, you need to understand that this is what they want. When they killed that boy, when he choked Jordan Neely on the train, notice he never touched anybody. The narrative that they create is that he was scaring people. I'm from New York. I got into a situation where like 16, 17 people was jumping me and my friend. I stabbed somebody. I got convicted of a felony because in New York City there's no self-defense law. Meaning, the law says I have to use the same force. So, even though they're outnumbering me, I gotta use my fist like they was using theirs. Once you use a knife, gun, done. That's the law. Before this Jordan Neely case, there was a situation where a white Hispanic, stabbed a black man in a store in New York City. This was probably like maybe 2 years ago. Y'all could look it up. A girl was beefing with the guy in the store. The girl went back and got a man. A man came back. I know he laid hands on him, but the store owner pulled out the knife, stabbed him. He died. The prosecutor chose not to press charges. Now, in my situation, it wasn't the same prosecutor, but other than that, and the fact that it were multiple attackers in my situation, and the fact that that prosecutor went hard. When I tell you they went hard, I'll never forget when that prosecutor said it could have been anybody out there. An old lady, a child. What old lady gonna be standing in the middle of a bunch of young men fighting? The prosecutor tried to make me look like an animal instead of somebody who was trying to save his friend because a bunch of dudes jumped on him. Okay, now let's go back to this Jordan Neely case. He didn't touch nobody. So what the white society is saying, and they got a case that says this is what they can do, this is the mindset they're on, is if you make us uncomfortable, we can smoke you, we can kill you, and the system is going to back us up for that. That's all that case says. They allow that boy to get away with it. He don't go to jail. Nothing happens. Now, when I say nothing happens, this is where my frustration comes from. This is why I left New York City. This is why I say, like this situation with Fat Joe, all of this stuff is connected. Fat Joe is a mouth for that side. The side that beat those cops, like regardless of what he say, when he got on that show and started calling black people black radical racists, that's the type of stuff that Fox News says about black people. We're not racist. We can't be racist. We can be prejudiced and we can call people names. But when I call you a cracker and you call me a nigger, that has two different meanings. Black people got hung hearing nigger. Black people got killed to the word nigger. It ain't a white person that could say the same thing. You can get online, right? Go on YouTube and go under a post, any post, pick a post. Pick a post about a situation where a black person might have been killed by a cop, by a citizen. Pick the George Zimmerman. Pick that one, right? Go under that video and look in the comments, and you're gonna see a bunch of white people calling black people niggas. Go on YouTube comments. Instagram is not as bad. Twitter, X, oh man, if you black, you better have some thick skin and be prepared to handle your business, because them crackers on there talk crazy. Mind you, they don't say none of this in real life. They say it online. But the point is, they are rambunctious right now. They feel like they did something. So now we have the situation with our brother Robert Brooks. And this is what's so blatant about it, and this is what drives me insane. you not gonna have, like, y'all dudes in New York, yo, and I'm from New York, but New York is broken when it comes to that spirit. If it's one thing I always say about my West Coast dudes, my dudes from Los Angeles, the police pay attention to how they treat them. I know we all go through our oppression, you know what I'm saying? But out there, you gonna deal with them a certain way. If you don't, they'll tear that shit up. And no, it don't matter because it's not your community. What do you own in that shit? Now, yeah, you might inconvenience yourself because you done burnt some shit down. Now you gotta go further to get shit out. Shit messed up anyway. Let's be for real. Whose stores do that belong to? So they know we gotta watch how we deal with these niggas, because if we don't, they gonna tear shit up to the point that it's gonna cost us all. Now, I'm not telling nobody to go riot, of course not. But at some point, it gotta get to the point where you're tired. So now, they have killed 2 black men in recent times under some bullshit. The reason I didn't want to talk about it is because what we gonna do? At this point, black people should be filling up any area that makes these people money, because they don't care about violence. They don't care about losing lives. They don't care about that. These are white people. They are warmongers. They are a warmongering race. And I'm not talking about all white people. But this is the thing. If most of them are quiet when it comes to this, so that would mean at least 75-80% of white society is racist, right or wrong. That's what I see. I don't care about the ones that claim they aren't like that. This is why I don't get into all that Democrat and all of that Republican. I don't care. You know why? Because regardless of who got elected, whether it was Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, this type of stuff is gonna happen. It don't matter. So all you political dudes out there that's like, oh, she's a liberal, I'm not, and you black and you talk like that, I know you gone. You don't even dig where you at, yo. And that's why I don't be wanting to talk about this shit. Because I'm tired of people, our people, not moving, yo. What did you think was gonna happen when we allowed them to kill a black man on a train and he didn't do nothing to know? He didn't touch a soul. And they didn't convict that man. What did you think was gonna happen? Exactly what they got more bold. They've been emboldened. So now they feel like they can beat your ass on camera, and make an excuse for it because that's all they doing. And every time they do it, it's the same process. They get a black person, Letitia James. They put her in front of the camera. She speaks for the system. And certain niggas eat it up because, oh, they got one of our own up there. Let me ask you, look at the past. Look at the situation that happened in Maryland with those cops. What happened? Did she get an exorbitant amount of people locked up? If I remember, there was a cop out there in Maryland that was about to tell on a bunch of cops, and then he got killed around an area where cops were doing an undercover operation. This officer that was about to testify the next day gets smoked. And the chief, it gotta still be on the internet. The chief, he said, this is in no way connected to. Are you kidding me? And they bought that. because he said it wasn't connected. If I had a court case and somebody was about to testify, and the day before they about to testify, they get shot in the head, who the first person you think they're gonna look at? So that only works when it's the me. Like, so if the government do the same shit, no, nah, you can't be serious. So y'all are making rules that you expect everybody else to listen to, but you don't listen to it. How long you think that's gonna work? This is why I don't like to talk about that type of stuff, because we're doing Robert Brooks an injustice. So now when they don't do nothing to these cops, what we gonna do? Like New York, yo, them niggas is weak. All they gonna do is they gonna have a couple functions, and then after that, it's gonna be over. You know why? Because I've seen it. NYPD is super aggressive. NYPD and LAPD are both dirty as shit. They're the dirtiest police departments in America. We know that. But you won't see LAPD do the same shit to them people that NYPD do. Look on video. I have seen women. I seen a pregnant woman get punched in the face by a cop in New York, and the dudes had a camera out filming it, talking about, yo, that's a female. Fam, if a cop punched my wife in the face, she ain't gotta be pregnant. I don't care. If a cop punched my wife in the face, I'm gonna die on the spot. If I don't, they gonna have to beat my ass. Cause when he hit her, I'm gonna hit him with everything I got. I'm gonna knock police out, and they gonna have to do what they gotta do. But there's no way that you're going to you gonna punch my wife upside the head? Are you crazy? That's how bold they are in New York. Why you think they got that bold? I've seen all kind of stuff out there. They scared of the police in New York. New York police feel like they could do whatever they want. Man, the ones that killed Robert, they are in fact NYPD. I'm about to tell you why. Everybody from New York know. Those correction officers got the same rights as a cop. In New York, that's how it go. In other states, it's not like that. But in New York, they basically cops. They can lock you up. I used to deal with one of them. Now, I'm going to explain to you the inside, how it goes on Rikers Island. This is something she told me she saw. I knew she wasn't going to have that job too long because I knew her. She was a very honest person. I can say that about her. So that little oath that they give them, she meant it. One of the things she told me, like, I'm an ex-con. I've been locked up before, so I know how it go. Now, she told me, like, sometimes when you run out of toilet paper, you'll have to ask one of the correction officers, yo, I ran out of toilet paper. Might have to go to the bathroom, whatever the situation. They might have switched your cell. You got to go to the bathroom. You don't know it wasn't no toilet paper until you had to go, whatever the situation. And you'll ask them, like, yo, can I get some toilet paper? They got to get up and go get it. A lot of them won't be doing nothing, and they'll take forever to go get that toilet paper. And I knew they did it on purpose. I could tell. Until she told me. She said they do it because they want to make you feel like you're not in control. So when they witnessed one of the inmates ask her for toilet paper and she went and got it, because the way she saw it was, that's what I'm here for. I'm not just here to watch you, look down on you. I'm here to help you. If you need help, I'll help you. And they told her, don't do that. Off rip, you're building a messed up relationship. Because regardless what you want to say, police do time too. Like the COs, they do their little time. After a while, you can tell they get institutionalized. So we got to be here together. Why make it rough? Like, why make it worse than it got to be? She told me, now this is something that New York got a problem with. New York put street crazy. This is where I say it is. They put street crazy and clinically crazy together. Street crazy and clinically crazy are two different crazies. I think people from the street know what I'm talking about. And I think people that's not from the street know what I'm talking about. So now you put these two crazies together. What you think gonna happen? So one of these clinically crazy dudes were in there where he shouldn't be. He should be in a hospital, not in prison. He's in the hole. He did something to get in the hole. So he threw feces on one of the correction officers. And I realized this is something foul that you definitely don't want to have. You could get sick, like all kind of stuff. And I'm not saying they shouldn't have been mad, because shit, I'd have been mad. Somebody threw some shit on me. But I wouldn't be a correction officer either. But, however, that happened. And he goes to clean himself. He's pissed, whatever. And the dude ends up setting himself on fire. She saw it. So she ran and got the dude that got the shit thrown on him and told him, like, yo, he just set himself on fire. Now, you know, dude is clinically crazy. This is the reason why she left this job. And that the cop told him, I was about to call him something else, but I'm not even going to do it. The cop told her, let him burn. Let him burn. This is the culture you have on Rikers Island. That place should have been closed down a long time ago. I'm saying that to say this is how they get down. The correction officers in New York City are foul, super foul. It's obvious they super foul. We saw what they did. We see it right on tape. So why do the media feel like they gotta go through this process of putting a black woman like Letitia James on the news, and they gotta carry this narrative on the news that they're trying to make it seem like he deserved that? That's what they want. And that is training, and we need to give police more training so they know how to be more sensitive. Like a bunch of bullshit that we know is not going to get anything done. They're going to waste our time, and they're not going to lock these police up. 3 of them who were under investigation already by the federal government for, guess what? Abuse. So they know. So the feds know. It's a well-oiled machine, didn't I tell you that? Now, what we gonna do about it? That's what I want to know. So after they don't lock none of them up, are we going downtown? Because if niggas start going downtown, I'm talking about Occupy, like, for real. I'm talking about let's do something for real, to the point that they losing money. When you start making cities lose money, it's 43 million of us here. So the ones that's not in New York, we could send money to the ones that's in New York. I'm close enough to New York. I'll go. And I'm talking this shit on my page. I'm gonna live it. I done said it. I bring the camera, all that. I come with y'all. From 2 states. I live in Pennsylvania, but I'm from New York. My point is, what we gonna do? I bet you if we started occupying shit and made it to where they started losing millions daily, they'd figure something out. We ain't even gotta burn shit down. Now, is a lot of people gonna get locked up? Yeah. But when it do happen, you got channels that be bailing us out, right or wrong. If you don't know, you should know. Because the Black Authority, Tariq Nasheed, Jason Black, them brothers bail out, cash money, they come get you. So we already know we got this little system where they gonna come get us, right? What we gonna do? That's the question. What we gonna do for Robert Brooks? How we gonna make this one count? How we gonna make it where it's not another one 2 weeks from now? They just had another young lady. I can't remember her name. She got killed for boiling water. We watched that cop shoot our sister, and we haven't done nothing. That's why I don't make the videos, because I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of niggas not doing nothing. And I'm sorry. Like, watch my language. I'm trying to watch my language. And I don't want to get too emotional on this video about this stuff, because it makes me mad. It infuriates me. I want the rest of my people to be infuriated too, and to know that this is not something that they don't understand. White people created racism. Stop trying to explain to them. They know. They playing stupid. You know, same way when the cops pull up on you and you know you wrong, you know you got some weed in the car that you play stupid. Ain't that the same attitude they give you when we talk about these serious subjects? Same way when we talk about reparations, they act like they don't understand money that should be owed, regardless if it's from our ancestors. For everybody else, they know what that's about, but when it come to us, they don't get it, right? They playing stupid. We gotta stop letting these people play stupid. They playing right in our face and we loud as shit. When we stop that, a lot of the stuff we go through will change. But we gotta stop letting these people play in our fucking face, yo. I love y'all. One.